Hello, hello, this is Adrian, also known as Capricorn Tigress of astrologyalookinside.com, and we are now on the sign of Capricorn, and I am a double Capricorn, and when I say that, what I mean by saying I'm a double Capricorn is that I was born with my sun within 2 degrees of the ascendant. So my sun sits almost exactly on my ascendant. And so if you look at me and go, wow, she's a lot there, big kind of personality person thing. Yeah. I try to hide, but I hide. Okay, you guys don't understand. I hide. This is me hiding. So some Capricorns, especially if you're a double Capricorn, might find that you're in a similar situation. You might find that you really can't hide right now, especially from other people, because right now, over the next 2 weeks, this new moon emphasis that we just had in the new moon in Cancer is affecting your 7th house. That means it's other people. And it's opposing your ascendant, right? So some people might look at you, like right now, you might be looking at me and thinking whatever you are thinking. I could see some of my hair is flying over here, but I mean, you might be thinking whatever you're thinking, right? Because first of all, the 7th house could be a potential partner. It could be the love of your life. It could be your next husband or wife, or it could be an enemy. The 7th house indicates the people that can't stand your guts. So when the 7th house is emphasized, the people who can't stand your guts, your haters, oh yeah, that's when they roll. Okay, so I want you as a Capricorn to be really cautious about other people. Dealing with other people who you trust, who you open up to, who you allow in your inner circle, who you share your innermost thoughts with. You need to be really certain about who is for you and who is against you. And the one good thing that I like about this new moon in Cancer, or whenever it's here, is that you can really tell who's on your side and who's not on your side when it's in your 7th house. So if you just take a good look around about support, lack of support, you can really tell who your real friends are. Like, I can tell you, recently I was in a financial situation and I didn't even realize it, but my friend that I've known since we were babies, she's like, how much you need? And I told her and she sent it. It was that fast. You forget you have friends like that, right? We forget that. Look around you. Those who are for you, you will know. Those who are not for you or against you, you will know. You will be able to identify. Because not only in the next 2 weeks is the new moon in the 7th house of other people or partners. It's othering, right? But it's in Cancer, it's in our opposite sign. So it's in our 7th house. It's where we need the cooperation of that other entity in order to get ish done. And without the cooperation of said entity, other person, husband, insert person here, right? Wife, husband, business partner, lab partner, I don't know who it is, boyfriend, enemy, You need that cooperation of that person in order to get something done. And if they don't come through, you'll really feel that. You'll really know, in other words, that that person is for you or that person is against you. And then you're going to have to make a decision on how to act accordingly. Now, I think as a Capricorn, we should all go into this period over the next couple of weeks, knowing that we are in a situation where we could be under attack. There's a couple of times in the year where Capricorn is under attack. This is that time. Now, the good thing is, if you've been doing well and your karma is great, you might find that you've got so much more support than you ever thought you had. Like, I didn't even think anyone was paying attention, but she logged on. It was the first thing she saw, and the first thing she did was send me that $100. Crazy. That's what I mean. It also ties into something else that a friend of mine says. A woman that had me post on, that made me have the guts to post on YouTube. I did post it on YouTube. I posted on Facebook and YouTube about needing the $100 in the first place. Most Capricorns, we have way too much pride to want to even share something like that. But I knew I had to do it. And that's about visibility. And some Capricorns, I don't know if you have been exercising your right to visibility. That's coming up, standing out, showing up, doing the thing, standing tall, conquering your enemies, facing your enemies head on, going into the business meetings with your head held high. You know what I'm saying? We can't get anywhere in this world without collaboration. And really, the 7th house is all about collaboration. Like, who is willing to work with you? Who is willing to collaborate with you? Who is willing to meet you halfway? Because that's also a halfway point as well. The 1st house is me. The 7th house is we. And so when the emphasis is in the 7th house, it's all on the we right now. What are you concentrating on, Capricorn, that requires the cooperation of the other party? Now, I could tell you exactly what I'm doing. I don't have any guests this week. I've had guests like a few weeks ago. But I want to start having more guests for the show. And I mean, I would need more energy to do the editing because I'm behind on editing and doing what I want to do for you guys, which is the readings. So I had to literally shut down my computer today so I could get things done. And I've got old taped episodes of things all the way back a month ago. I'm like a month behind in my editing, but I'm going to give this a priority because it's already the new moon in Cancer. So I want to make sure this message gets out to everyone, especially Capricorn, because the 7th house is basically opposite you. Like, if you've got enemies, you know someone out there has it in for you, doesn't like you or something. I want you to pay extra close attention to that. I want you to protect yourself. The good thing is Jupiter is in Cancer for the next year. That means this area of life for Capricorn is highlighted. And Capricorn, let me tell you what this could mean. One, you could have more friends. You could all of a sudden get more people willing to work with you, do collaborations with you, get you involved in their projects and their giveaways and stuff like that. You might have more clients, more people that you're actually working with, more people that you're actually partnering with. So make sure that you're reaching out, that you're putting the word out, that you are open to these new collaborations, these new partnerships, these new, ways to gather with another person and to get to know and work with another person. If there's enemies, suss out your enemies. Please vet out everybody. I'm just getting white, single, female, or something like that from this whole 7th house Jupiter. Like, it might be too much of a good thing. You don't know who's coming through in that 7th house, and you need to be really careful about who's coming through. Also, if this is about love or romance or dating, I want you to be really cautious about who you're giving that love and romance and attention to with Jupiter there, because I think some Capricorns are probably looking at getting a whole lot more attention in the area of love and romance. I have a feeling it's more about maybe a partnership, like some Capricorns might be looking at another marriage situation. So look at that, because Jupiter is one of those planets that's lucky. It's a beneficial planet. And I don't even know if I need to shuffle anymore. A bunch of cards just fell out of my hand. I mean, a bunch. So Capricorn, I don't know what your message is, but just about like a third or a fourth of the deck. I'm just hoping, I guess it said in a way that you need to hear. And that's why they all came out. So let's go ahead and see what these cards want to say for Capricorn, because I think I warned you enough about the 7th house. You know about the enemies. You know about the partnerships. So make those partnerships and set up those collaborations while you can over the next couple of weeks, okay? But you got a whole year to make it right. So the first thing it says, Capricorn, and I agree with this so much, it says, love yourself first. Lord, yes, have mercy. Capricorn, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I don't know how many of you know my story. I always tell it. But I recently lost like another 100 and some pounds, like 170 pounds, whatever. Because I was once over 500 pounds one time. Then I lost down to 300 and something. And then I just lost another 170 some pounds. Because I want to have respect for myself. And now I can wear these cute little size 10 and 12 dresses. But, I couldn't do that before. You've got to find your own self-respect. And once you start loving you, once you start respecting you, then you'll start seeing other people will take notice, and they'll start loving and respecting you too. And look at this. The next card is playfulness. That's like flirting. Make sure you get out there and play and flirt. And to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So let people know you're available and you're fun and you're open and willing, and make the effort. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you're guided to take and get the word out that you're available, like, hey, I'm free. I am free right now. I'm in between marriages. Just so you know, I'm in between marriages. That is so wrong. But once you've been through a few marriages, it's like, that's how you have to say it. And it's like, I feel like I'm older now. And so whatever might have been the reasons for the last marriage is not to go right. I feel like I've learned so much more. For one thing, I didn't even know about narcissism. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, whether I've got it, they got it. I didn't know it existed. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't fix something you don't know exists. But now I do. I went to ASC Direct and learned all about it from Quinn. And I'm telling you, it is now, I have these boundaries, and I set the boundaries. And once I know someone's not going to meet the boundary, it's over. It's done. I don't even look back. I'm done. There was a guy who chased me for 3 years. I'm like, I'm never going to date you. You had sex with other people while you were you didn't even have the decency to chase me decently. If you can't chase me and keep your in your pants while you're chasing me, you ain't going to keep your in your pants once you got me. Do you see what I'm saying? If I'm not even worth the chase, I'm definitely not worth I'm not your prize. Someone needs to value that prize a little bit more. Because what do you need me for if you got you already in something else? If you know what I'm saying. Past life relationship. It says you have known each other before. And you know what's so funny? The person I'm talking about, I went to college with them when I first went to college at 18. That's where he remembered me from. They ain't never got me and ain't never going to get me. Because that's it. I put them in the friend zone permanently. And that's what I mean about boundaries. And the next question says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. When you get those kind of red flags, what I just called boundaries, I got the little boundaries, right? I set them up. And once those are broken, once I saw that someone is breaking 1 or 2 or 3, you know in your heart you can't go that way. You know that. So you pay attention to the red flags, Capricorn. When you see those red flags, you act accordingly. Now it does say forgiving and learning. Forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And there it is. This is my 3rd video. And in all 3 videos, they have called about this bill, which an agreement's already been made on by my daughter. It's not even my bill, it's my daughter's. And they have called every single video I've made. That means every 30 minutes, at least, minimum, maybe every 25. And next is the sign of children. And I'm talking about my child in the bill. Your love life is being affected by children. It could be, right? That's hilarious. And you could have, and next it says healing family issues. Our family issues is money. You know, we got money coming at the end of the month, but that's not until then. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So it might be something to do with children and you, like with me and my daughter and getting her calls from like the bank and the Comcast and the whatnot. Or it might just be a family issue, the fact that none of us have money and she's the only one that got money coming right now, for sure. It could be any of those issues, right? Any of those things you could be dealing with as a Capricorn. All of that. It could be that you need to pay attention to the red flags in your current relationship, or somebody who's trying to get you in a relationship, or someone from a past life relationship, or, you know, whatever it is, you need to love yourself first. Remember that. It's all about loving you first. You can't give from an empty cup. Someone told me that the other day, because you can't give from an empty cup. I was going to do these readings on the new moon last night, and I had my makeup on and everything. I could not keep my eyes open. I was exhausted. I was done. But remember this, Capricorn, on the bottom of the deck. You deserve love. You are lovable. You are lovable. You deserve love. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Y'all might call me greedy or whatever. I am deserving of a 4th marriage. If someone comes to me and we are compatible, and that's the one that God sent for me to grow old with in my old age, I would go and marry a 4th time. Why not? I mean, I joke about being in between marriages because I am, but I'm not unwilling to try it again. I know some people are, and I understand that, but I know if you can pass the boundary test that I have, and we are compatible and we get along and we conversate and everything's copacetic, I'm good with that. I mean, I'm 60 some years old. I'm not going to be out running the street or anything anymore. I'm just ready to, you know, be a good wife and have a good home and have a good future. So, you know, you might be in that place too, Capricorn, where you're just at a point where that's it. You're ready to have that settle down moment with whoever. And I think when Jupiter is going through the 7th house, it is a great time to put out the SOS for the next husband or wife. Or your first husband or wife if you've never been married before. But some Capricorns might find that this is the year that they finally tie the knot if they have not tied the knot before, or they tie the knot again if they have tied the knot before, or something like that. So it's interesting. I would love to know if you're a Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn, let me know in the comments that you are a Capricorn. I did not mean to spend 20 minutes or so with you, Capricorn, but there's always so much to tell, Capricorn, because we have so much going on. And I think when it's in the 7th house and Jupiter is in the 7th house and the new moon is in the 7th house. I really feel like that's when we need to take an extra few minutes and really talk about what's going on with these relationships, what's going on with the haters and the enemies, what's going on with the partnerships and stuff like that. And that you get your little collaborations going. If you need to, do stuff on Facebook groups or whatever, YouTube, whatever you're doing, you do that. This is that time. This is your time for visibility. So make sure you get yourself out there. You hobnob with the best of them. You make your connections, have your business cards ready, and you make those connections and you get those partnerships and you do what Capricorns do, which is climb to the next level, because this is that time for you. You've got your full moon in Capricorn coming up in less than 2 weeks, Capricorn. And when the full moon is in Capricorn, it's Capricorn time. So it's about to be on and popping for us Capricorns. So right now and over the next couple of weeks, you build those partnerships, you make those connections, you reach out to other people, and when the moon is full in Capricorn, we will reap our harvest. Okay? Much love to you, Capricorn. Many blessings to you, Capricorn, from Capricorn Tigress of Astrology, alookinside.com. Many blessings. Many blessings. I love me some Capricorn. So we're going to move on to the next sign. We're going to move on to the next sign. And the next sign is the sign of Aquarius. And I actually have a very soft spot in my heart for Aquarius too. And I'll tell you why. It's because I was born with Aquarius in the 1st house. So I have it completely intercepted inside of the 1st house. So a lot of people might see me and they might see an Aquarius. Or they might see me and think, oh, she's so conservative, and only see the Capricorn. It's really strange what people see. But I've got Capricorn on one side and Pisces on the other, and Aquarius is stuck in the middle. And it's sure enough, I became an astrologer, which is the sign of Aquarius is the sign that rules astrology. So some Aquarius you might be an astrologer. We're dealing with the 6th house of career. The emphasis is in the 6th house, and I feel like some Aquariuses are dealing with their career. Like, what am I going to do with my career? What is going on with my career? What are the next steps for my career? There might be some kind of emotional, something that occurred in your career, because we're talking about the 6th house. This might have to do with co-workers. This might be somebody you work with in your job, or it could be people that work for you in your work or your job. It could be a project that is due in your work or your job, and you're working on that, and there's these tasks and things that are really connected to that might make you a little emotional. It could be that Aquarius, or someone with Aquarius in the 1st house, because anyone with Aquarius rising would be experiencing this. It's you could be dealing with health issues, and it could be work. You could be putting a lot of energy into your work, but I feel like some Capricorns, Aquariuses are dealing with potential health issues. And it's because the emphasis is in the 6th house. The Cancer moon is there. And I just find that the Cancer moon, especially when it's new, it definitely wants you to think about or put emphasis on your health. So whether or not the health is good or bad, I feel like the emphasis is there regardless. If that means you need to start a new health routine, then maybe look at that. If you need to be more cautious about what you're eating, because it could be the actual food you're consuming, that's the issue. I want you to really pay attention to the food that you're consuming, because the moon, even when it's new, it tends to be emotional. And I'm thinking about emotional eating. So there could be some emotional eating going on. I'm someone who has Cancer in the 6th house, but I believe this moon fell in my 7th, if I'm not mistaken. But I can tell you that we do tend to have strange illnesses that we can't really pinpoint what they are, or you get to the doctor and it's disappeared or something like that. So I want you to be aware of that too, that you could experience something weird like that, like you only felt it for a day or something like that. So take care of yourself, eat well, get lots of rest, sleep. I think whenever the new moon is in your 6th house, it's telling you to put some emphasis on your health again, especially if you have stopped putting emphasis on your health. Like if you put all the emphasis on work and not your health, because I always find that whenever I see the 6th house, to me, it's like a balance of work, life, health issues. Like the people that are dealing with it are choosing whether they're putting all the attention into the health or they're putting the attention into the work. If you're putting all the attention into the work, then you might be tending toward workaholism. And a lot of fear and worry about your job in general. You might be experiencing that. If you put your energy more toward the health, then you might become obsessed with the food you're eating, because we're talking about Cancer. And there might be some issues with the food that you're eating. Maybe you need to be careful about allergens, things that could cause any allergy. If you have any tainted food, you want to be careful of that. But you want to watch and be careful about what you've got, okay? So it's really important that you do that. I told the story a few weeks ago. I had some brown eggs, and brown eggs had been recalled, and these were caged brown eggs that I think I must have had a batch of them. And, we're not aware sometimes that we've got little things, especially food-related things like that in our home. So I want you to be really cautious about the food that you have, the food that you consume, and also the amount of time and energy and effort you're putting onto your work. Make sure you get enough rest. You might have a lot of projects, and work might be very difficult when you've got so much on your plate, but you need to make sure you get enough rest, okay? I just feel like I need to tell Aquarius that. So I'm going to start pulling a couple of cards just so we can see what message the cards might want to tell. I've been pulling out just a couple of cards for people. I've been using the Romance Angels deck because I have not used them in so long. They had dust on them. And I feel like when we're dealing with a Cancer moon, that we're dealing really with love. Really. At the heart of it, it's about nurturing and caring for others. I just feel like if you're not using the moon in a way to nurture and care and love another, depending on where it falls in your chart, then you're wasting it. You're wasting the power of this incredibly powerfully emotional moon. And, I just want to make sure that we put the emphasis where the emphasis needs to be. So I see that we've got a couple of cards, and that is way too many. I will not take all of those, but I will take that one. And let's see what the cards want to tell Aquarius. So the first card you got was worth waiting for. Whatever this is, whether it's work, whether it's health, it's worth waiting for. And even if it's love, because divine timing is at work in your love life. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. Maybe your love you're going to find at work. That's something to keep in mind as well. Also, finances and career popped up right after it. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So not only work, but maybe your finances are somehow involved in this love. There's a honeymoon here. I always think of this as the honeymoon phase in a relationship. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That beginning stage when you're in that honeymoon phase, when you're just really finding out about each other. You're learning about each other's flaws and things like that. And look, the next card was deception. So you might be finding out about someone's flaw. Someone is wearing a false self mask in the relationship. And this getting to know each other. Look at that. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. So you might really be getting to know someone, seeing them really for the first time, because you might have had some image in your mind about who you thought this person was, but suddenly you're seeing them really as they are. And it's saying to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Whatever it is you're seeing, whatever it is that feels like oh wow, they kind of deceived me. I almost got played. Like whatever that is, pay attention to that. And it says, let your friends help you. So I feel like whatever this is, some of your friends might point out, and you're an Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by friends. So some of your friends might point out what the obvious deception is or was. And, ask for and accept support from others, because that's going to be it. Whatever it is says forgiving and learning. I mean, whoever has deceived you, whatever this is, this whole reading went this way, didn't it? So whatever this deception is, as you release and heal the past, you'll experience more love in your present moment. So don't hold on to this pain, whatever it is. It's about releasing it, isn't it? And religious factors, especially if this is religious related. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. But I would not hold someone to some religious, thing that is really hard for anyone to reach or attain. These standards sometimes are too high. And so make sure your standard is not based on something that is almost impossible for humans to attain. Okay? But whatever it is, you deserve love, Aquarius. That's what was on the bottom of the deck. You are lovable. You deserve love. Capricorn got the same thing. See? I think some Aquariuses have a lot of Capricorn and some Capricorns have a lot of Aquariuses. Either way, let me know if you're an Aquarius. Remember, you are lovable and you do deserve love. Okay? And if you're an Aquarius, let me know in the comments. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share this video. And thank you so much for your support and everything we do. Much love to you, Aquarius. So we're going to move on to the next sign. And the next sign is the sign of Pisces. Pisces, it is my pleasure to come and talk to you. I think Pisces, you've got an amazing couple of weeks. I'm just going to say it. This is happening in your 5th house. The 5th house is the house of children, but it's also the house of love. It's a house of romance. It's a house of taking a chance, of luck, of the, like gambling, like winning the lottery or something like that, the lotto. This is an amazing house. This is an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing time for you to possibly, hit it big, go for broke. I mean, whether that's in love or maybe your child is going to do something amazing. Because here's the thing, Pisces, that Jupiter is in Cancer too, not just the new moon. So this emphasis in this area of the 5th house is going to be all year. All year. I mean, the next 2 weeks are going to be extra powerful for you. Your luck is going to be extra powerful over the next 2 weeks. But really, this is going to be all year because Jupiter is going to be in Pisces 5th house. So take advantage of that luck. Whether that's luck through children, some Pisces might be having babies. Some Pisces might have luck through their babies, through your children. Some Pisces might have romance. A new love might come, a new romance. Or your current romance might get more romantic and have more meaning, take more meaning in your life. You might just be willing to take more chances and feel more happy. You might find yourself dancing more, going out to clubs, going out to shows, doing things, maybe even doing entertainment yourself. I mean, it is a house of performers and performance. And so some Pisces might even feel like they want to go in to do something creative over the next year. I can see that. Your creativity might come out in the form of children. Your creativity might come out in the form of like creative children, like songs or art or something you create with your hands or something like that. So however it comes out, Pisces, this should be a very creative year and a very lucky year for you. I believe that if you have not already begun to experience this luck over the last couple of weeks, that you'll begin to experience it over the next few weeks, because this is your time of luck. Okay, so that is a wonderful thing. I've been shuffling the cards while I've been talking because I've been pulling the cards for the signs and giving them some extra information based on what the cards want to say, as well as my own astrology, advice or ideas. So this looks like these are the cards that want to come out. So let's talk about what the cards want to tell you, Pisces. The first card that came out was very soon, very soon. Clearly decide what you want. So it comes to you now. I feel like this is just about making a decision. And I feel like for some Pisces, one of the biggest blocks for Pisces is not knowing what you want and not making a decision. So please decide what you want so you can make this decision, especially if it is about love, because this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, and there's wedding after it. This could really be the one. The situation could involves marriage and new love right after it. I really think you could have met the one. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So Pisces, this could be what it is, but there is deception. And maybe that's what that vibe was I was getting about you. Maybe, it's a gamble here. It's like taking a gamble. Someone's wearing a false mask in the relationship. But it does tell you to flirt. So extend your lighthearted energy to others. I mean, flirt. Find out if it is the one, if this is the right direction. This could be an unrequited love situation. Like it could be someone that you might be interested in, but they might not be interested in you, or they might be interested in you, but you're not really that interested in them. But there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. At least you feel that, but the next card was attraction. So I feel like you're in between. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment. So enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment of whatever this flirtation is. Because I do feel like you're going to be separated from whatever this is. A separation, a time apart from the partner is on the horizon. So enjoy the moment and the flirtation now while you got it. Because I feel like once it's over, it's over. So there could be a separation that comes. You might be separated from this person. So, I hope you follow through on this attraction, on this vibe, this unrequited love, because it might just end up being unrequited love. Just a flirtation. You never really get beyond that because of whatever fear of deception or whatever was there. But the potential for that to be the one was there. And it could be happening very soon for you, okay? So I'm going to take a break. One, I'm hungry. And two, I need to edit this one. The next video will start with the sign of Aries. We just finished Pisces. And Pisces, if you're a Pisces, let me know in the comments. Let me know if that resonated with you at all, Pisces, okay? I would love to know that. And make sure you like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, so you know whenever I'm going live and stuff like that, okay? Whenever I'm uploading new videos to the channel. Much love to you, Pisces. Much love to all of the signs. Many blessings. Many blessings to you all.